And I just got out the shower like naked. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't have time to put clothes on. I just got out the shower. I started running. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I have not been on YouTube in forever. But whatever, it's fine, you know? It's fine. No one even cares. But today I'm going to be filming a story time of things, well, stupid things I've done that have, you know, sent me to the hospital. Because I've done more than 2 things that have sent me to the hospital, or a few dumb shit that almost sent me to the hospital. You know, I'm a very clumsy girl. If you guys know me, you know that I basically spend, in high school, I spent like half of my high school in like a hospital. I would always go to the emergency room. It's like literally mad crazy how many times I've been to the hospital. But okay, so one of the most like funny, like most stupidest thing I've done that have sent me to the hospital is actually I was doing a 15 practice. If you guys are Hispanic, you guys know what a quinceañera is. And I was at a quinceañera practice. I'm a quinceañera because I get a lot of hate for the way I say quinceañera by my friends. But anyways, hopefully I said it right. I was at a quinceañera practice, and you know, we were just like, you know, practicing and doing whatever, and twerking had just like, you know, been in style. Everyone was doing it, like posting videos of themselves twerking. So I was like, okay, you know what, like they were like, we should try twerking, you know, and maybe add it to the dance. And I was like, you see, I don't know how to twerk. And they're like, I don't even know how to do it either. So, you know, my freaking, how old was I? Well, I can't do math. This is why I did not pass math. I was okay, I'm 19. It was before my quinceañera myself. I was 14. So my 14-year-old self was over here watching my older friends and older cousins, you know, twerking. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna twerk. And we were dancing to drop it low, you know, drop it low, drop, yeah. Anyways, we were dancing to that song, and I just, you know, started to like, you know, bend down and do whatever they were doing. And all of a sudden I just heard a fucking loud ass crack, and I just like, you know, I just fell to the floor. And I don't know what, in that moment I just started crying because I had this sharp ass pain in my knee, and I was like, oh shit. I tried to get up, I could not get up. I started crying on the floor. They called my dad, and you know the first thing my dad said when he saw me on the floor crying, he was like, did you guys at least record it? I was on the floor crying. He asked my cousins if they had recorded me while I was dancing and I fell to the floor. Or, you know, at this moment he didn't know what the fuck was wrong with me, because, you know, I was just on the floor crying. I didn't know what was wrong with me. I just know I snapped something in my body, and it was somewhere near my knee. So they all tried to get me up, and, you know, I'm not a little skinny girl, so, you know, it was not easy for one person to get me up. And, you know, I was a little chunkier back then when I was 14. I'm still, you know, chunky, but, you know, not as when I was 14. But, you know, it was hard for them to get me up and get me into the house, you know. So, you know, I got to the house, and I really couldn't move. Like, I couldn't stand up, I couldn't walk. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, and in my head, everything, I was just like, I really just fucked up my life by trying to twerk. Like, I'm not gonna be able to walk no more. Like, I was just like overthinking the worst that could have happened to my knee. And, you know, I tried to sleep on it, and I couldn't sleep on it. Like, I was in so much pain, I would wake up. So it was around 3 a.m. when my dad was like, you know, we're taking you to the hospital, because my knee was all swollen. So they took me to the emergency room, and they had to like bring a wheelchair for me to actually get into the emergency room. And when they were at the emergency room, they asked me what had happened. So I was embarrassed, so I just told them that I fell while I was playing tag. So, you know, I didn't really tell them the truth. So I feel like that's why also my knee is fucked up to this day. Like, it's not as bad as it used to be. Like, it's obviously healed, but, you know, sometimes like if I try to work out or run or like dance, like it starts like bugging me. So I feel like I fucked up when I told them that I just hit myself when I fell. But then also, the doctors are like dumb. Like, in the x-rays, they should have seen what's the best treatment for me. But whatever, you know, it's fine. And they took the x-rays, and it came out to be that my kneecap was like somewhere else. Like, you know, your knee and your kneecap's right here. Like, that bitch was like all the way down here. Like, it was like, I don't know where the fuck that shit was, but it was somewhere in there, but it was not in place. And my dad literally just kept laughing the whole time. He called me a dumbass because, you know, who ends up in the hospital twerking? Like, I'm pretty sure other people have. I mean, if you have, like, if you know someone, you should tell me so I don't feel left out. But it's a pretty iconic way to end up in the emergency room, you know, twerking. But I remember it was also the first week of high school. I was a ninth grader, the first week, and I came in with crutches, and I was known as the crutches girl because I came in with crutches, and you know, half of the people at school, well, by senior year, everyone knew how I ended up in those crutches, you know, by twerking, but it was really embarrassing. But yeah, I ended up in the hospital for twerking. So I dislocated my knee. It took me 2 years of therapy to actually be able to, you know, run back on it and, you know, be okay with me walking on it without it bugging me. It still bugs me sometimes and it still snaps out of place sometimes, but I'm used to it, so I just snap that bitch back in place. I'm sorry for cussing. Like, I'm so sorry. I feel like I shouldn't be cussing, but it's just the way I'm telling the story. Like, it's just funny. Like, I'm such a dumbass. I was really that girl who ended up in the hospital for twerking. So that's one of the stories. Something stupid that I've also done that has, this one did not send me to the hospital. It almost did, but so I got an eyelash extension. These are not eyelash extensions. These are like falsies. But last year during the summer, I got eyelash extensions, but I didn't get them like professionally done. You know, the ones that are like 120, you know, those expensive ones, because, you know, I'm broke. So I was at a nail salon and I saw that they did eyelash extensions, and I asked how much the price was, and they said $15. So, you know, I was like, put those on me, you know. I want eyelash extensions. I'm tired of like not being able to put falsies on. You know, eyelash extensions, you look good even without makeup. You just have the extensions on. Like, you don't even need to do your makeup. You could just walk out with those eyelashes on. So you're not supposed to shower the same day. You're supposed to shower like in 24 hours. So I got them done and I came home. I was home alone, you know. I was home alone, and I was sweating because it was the summer, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna shower. I'm just gonna, you know, cover my eyes. You know, I'm not, you know, no big deal. So I went in the shower, and keep in mind I wasn't supposed to go in the shower until a day after, and I went in, and you know, I realized why you're not supposed to shower. So basically, what happened is the water got into my, you know, hit my eyelashes, and my eye just started burning. It just started bugging me. It started burning me. I tried to like let it go. Like, I grabbed a towel and just tapped it, and I was like, you know, it's whatever. Like, it burns their eyelashes, you know. Oh hell no. That shit started to burn, and I felt like, I literally, like, I always tell people this, like, I felt like if the glue like fucking like ran all the way to my head or my skull or my brain. So in that instant I was like, okay, I literally just poisoned myself. Like, that glue went into my eyes. The glue is gonna travel from my eye to my brain. Like, I'm dying. Like, I'm dying. So I started panicking. I started having an anxiety attack, and I just got out the shower like naked. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't have time to put clothes on. I just got out the shower. I started running around my house, and I started screaming. I was like, oh my god, I'm literally gonna die. I'm literally gonna die. Like, I felt like it was the end. Like, I felt like it was over. Like, it's the end, you know. But, you know, I started, like, my tongue started to get numb. So I was like, okay, for sure I'm fucking dying. Like, in my head I was like, okay, these are my last moments. Like, what the fuck? I started crying. I was like, oh my god. I was like, you know what? I can't die. I'm gonna call the ambulance. So I dialed 911, and I was like, hello, like, I'm dying. Like, come get me. Please help me. And, you know, they try to calm me down, and they're like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I got eyelash glue in my eye. And I sound so stupid saying it now, but in the moment, I literally thought I was gonna die. Like, I thought I was dying. And they're like, do you want to, like, they're like, oh, okay, like, give us your address. So I was giving them my address and everything. I was, like, on the phone with them for a cool 5 minutes. And then my dad came, but I was already, like, you know, changing everything. Like, I tried to change really quick. Like, I just put on whatever, like, and I was crying. I was like, Dad, I'm dying. Like, Dad, I'm dying. Like I was running around the house. Like, I felt like it was the end. And my heart was beating freaking fast. I felt like I was about to pass out. Like, my legs started getting weak. Like, I just felt like I was dying. Like, but my dad was trying to calm me down. He's like, you know what? Like, you're fine. Like, just calm down. Like, he almost started to cry too, because he's like, okay, like, this bitch is dying. Like, I don't know what's wrong with her. So then I told him while I was screaming and running around, and he grabbed, like, he has like to check like your pressure, your blood pressure. I think the thing you put on the thing. He had a blood pressure machine, so he sat me down. He's like, okay, let me check your, you know, your heart to see like if you're okay. He checked it. That shit was freaking high. It was hella high. My heart rate was like at one something. Like, it was high. And I felt it high. He started to give me water, and he started to panic too. He's like, oh my God. And I was still on the phone with the ambulance. I was like, okay. Like, and then I was like, you know what? Like I'm starting to calm down. And my dad's like, you know what? Calm down. I think it's a panic attack. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck a panic attack is. Like, it feels like I'm gonna die. He's like, just breathe. And I started to breathe. And, you know, I told the people, like, the paramedics, I was like, you know what? I think it was just a panic attack. Like, it's fine. Thank you so much. And, like, I hung up on them. And I was still shaky a little after. Like, it took me a day to actually, like, be fully calm. Because I was, like, in panic mode. Like, I had a panic attack because I got eyelash glue in my eye. Or extensions glue. Not even eyelash glue. It was whatever those fucking nail people did on me. No offense to nail ladies, but you guys fucked up. Well, I fucked up for taking a shower. And it was just a big mess. Like, I literally thought I was gonna die. It was like the end. Like, I thought it was the end. And I was gonna be so embarrassed to be known for the girl who died for getting glue in her eye. But it was all a panic attack in the end. And if you guys have had a panic attack, they feel like you're gonna die. So, and this was horrible. Like, it was a stinging pain in my eye. Like, it was horrible. But I didn't end up in the hospital, but I called the ambulance. So the ambulance almost came to get me. I'm trying to think of, okay, this is the last one I'm going to tell because this video is pretty long. So I fractured my both wrists like 3 times already, or 4 times at least. So I have a little brother, and he is 12 years old, and I was just laying on my bed watching a video, and he just jumps on my back, you know, because like he was just trying to fight with me, and he jumps on my back, and I thought of the stupidest shit to do. I thought of trying to do a push-up with him on top of me, and I was on the bed, so the bed is all like freaking cushiony, so it's not like a hard floor for me to like lift myself up. And my brother is not a little, he's not light, you know, he's pretty heavy. So I don't know why the fuck I was thinking of doing a push-up with him on top of me and me on the bed. So, you know, here I go pushing my body up with him on top of me, and I was on my bed, and all I feel is a fucking snap in my fucking wrist, and like I just fall. And I just remember that it, like, I told my dad what had happened, and he thought I was the stupidest person ever. And here he goes again, taking me to the hospital like he always does. And, you know, I go to the emergency room, and I was like, you know, I hurt myself doing a push-up. You know, I didn't tell them that my brother was on top of me and that I was on a bed. But, you know, they took x-rays, and my you know, these 2 bones were kind of opened, so they had to, like, just cast me, like, with the brace so it can, like, close again. You see, I do the stupidest things ever, and there's more times where I've went to the hospital for stupid shit, but these are the funniest ones, you know. Even though the second one, I didn't really go to the hospital, but I did talk. I was on the phone with the ambulance, so, or the paramedics, whatever they were. But I'm really stupid and clumsy. I haven't went to the hospital for something stupid in, like, I think a year. Yeah, a year. So I'm doing good so far, you know. Trying not to, you know, go to the hospital, but that's my story times of stupid things that have ended, you know, have made me go to the hospital, or almost did. So if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a like and comment any more videos that you want to see, and make sure to subscribe because I'm gonna keep posting more. And thank you guys for watching. I can't stop laughing because I literally just freaking, you guys are gonna think I'm so stupid. Whoever's watching this, you think I'm stupid. Like, I know you think I'm stupid, but it's fine, you know. Just make sure to subscribe and like this video, and comment of any more video ideas that you want to see. Thank you guys for watching.